Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Dinks with Kinks Live. Woo woo! I'm your host, John Dondero, and with me, as always, the very beautiful, the very illustrious, the very mysterious Miss Rebecca,
Hello, everyone.
and a man who needs no introduction but forcibly gets one every week. A man who loves his gentle forehead kisses, Mr. Shep,
Good evening.
and of
Oh,
course, our beautiful, wonderful community. What? What are we owing?
that face he said when he was like, he loves his gentle forehead kisses, and he's just like, "Arr."
He does. He loves them. He comes to
He
me late at
loves
night and he
them.
goes, I need my rent paid.
I need those gentle forehead
I
kisses.
need those kisses." And our a big shout out and hello to our wonderful community. Hey Sean, hey Aunt Banana, Auntie Banana. It's my new favorite username. And if you're in the chat and you're watching, please say hey and join in the conversation. Tonight we are talking. What are we
Porn,
talking
porn,
about
porn,
tonight? We're
porn, 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 porn,
uh,
porn.
I like corn. TikTok. They've redubbed corn porn, and now they all say corn on TikTok, and it annoys the shit out of me. I'm like, just
Yeah,
why can't we just call it porn? Why can't we be okay with that? Why
because
can't? Why is the
censors.
word porn? Why is the word porn bad though?
I don't know.
So,
Because
but
it's
yeah, that's what
poorly
I
done
really.
corn. Oh,
Uh, I mean, I do enjoy corn too, both the band and the food. I'm a big fan of both. Good, tasty jams and tasty snacks. Tasty
You ever
side. I
like
don't know.
both at the
Corn's not a
same
snack.
time? Is that corn squared?
I've eaten corn while listening to corn.
Nice.
Yeah, while popping corn.
While popping corn?
Yeah,
I mean, it
because
does
corn can be
still sound
popped.
better than watching some good forlorn. Yeah, it doesn't quite
Are
Forlorn.
work
we?
out. Porn,
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
porn works.
are we going to like name everything that rhymes with porn tonight? Is that
it's
it?
Dinks with Kings. It's kind of our deal. We we
Oh, you're right.
uh
You're
we
right.
go we
Fair,
go
fair, fair.
hardcore wreck into it. No, I have been excited to talk about this subject for quite a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
He's always excited to talk about research time.
Well,
Research, right?
not just research, but no, the whole culture of porn. Damn it, TikTok. Damn it. The whole culture of it, and not just behind the scenes. I'm talking about like with people who watch it, and
Mm-hmm.
like the misconceptions, the addictions, and just how it affects a person and the people around them. And sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's positive. Like I want to kind of cover both. I want to get in there and
Mm-hmm.
get really into like the deals of
Into it.
both. I think we should.
Yeah,
I
because
definitely
on the
think we should talk
whole,
negative first.
sometimes porn is good.
Okay.
Sometimes it's too tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Have y'all ever known anybody with a porn addiction besides me?
Uh, not an addiction, no. I have not known anybody with a porn addiction. I have, but however, I have known people in my former religious community who have stated somebody has a porn addiction just because they like porn. But
Oh yeah.
no, I've not known somebody with a true porn addiction.
Honestly, I don't think I have either. Um, like I said, I watch a shit ton of porn, but like I said, I use it a lot for research and a lot for stuff that I can't do, like off season stuff. You know,
Hmm.
can't go experience certain things in dead of winter, and
Yeah.
so it's a good fill in blank for it.
Right.
It's easier to spot male addicts more than females though, because they have that Popeye arm going. With that one strong arm.
Oh, check out that forearm. That's a man who researches. Uh, why do you think I started dating
Oh my
kinks?
god.
I needed to justify my porn addiction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um.
Mm,
No, and yeah, I think a lot of people, it's really hard to spot somebody with a porn addiction. I think most of the time, the people who recognize that are, your partner, people who know your personal life, or somebody who has no partner for a long while, and they, kind of lack the ability to, just differentiate between game and what the porn world offers, because porn very much sets a very unrealistic reality that you watch, and so many people do get lost in that reality of
Well, it's
uh
it's easy to also spot porn addictions with the advent of OnlyFans and webcam girls, because the porn addiction isn't just about watching, but it's having to feed that fine, like, also financially, like, you to view some of these OnlyFans or to these webcam girls, you have to pay them, you tip them, you do these things so that they can do, and that also becomes an addiction. I want to just continue to get that dopamine and serotonin, and so that's sort of an indicator as well if somebody's like borrowing a bunch of money to feed, pay for this
oh yeah.
webcam girl. Now, I'm not talking about webcam girls are bad. I'm like, girl, you do
No,
you good
I
boo.
was
Why don't you take me out to
I
dinner?
was I was about to say the same thing. I was about to be like, here, Dings and Kings, we do in fact support, and we think people should support their local. Like, if you know somebody who has an OnlyFans and they are cool with you being a subscription of it, please support them, help them.
But
But
there
yeah,
is
I
a
have seen.
difference between supporting somebody and paying like that monthly subscription and putting yourself in a financial strait to get that webcam girls or that person's attention, and that's the difference.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. And I have absolutely seen like posts on Reddit. I'm a big Redditor, and I'll go on Reddit and you see people who like, and I think the terminology for it is simp. They simp
mhm,
after their cam girls or the OnlyFans, and they'll break themselves and they'll keep spending money in the hopes that it will garnish the attention of said person, because they have built this unrealistic relationship in their own mind about what that person sees for them. And there is a degree that women have to do that. I mean, that's the game. That's 100% the game there. And with the advent of OnlyFans, it has become much more of a personal experience. Like, in the
mhm.
days of when Pornhub was the only place you could really go for porn, you didn't know these girls. You never had any interaction with them. You could go to like, I used to sell clips for sale. Big simping, spending the cheese. That's right, Calvino.
Big
Um,
simpin' spending the cheese.
yeah, like I said, you could go to a clip for sale store, but that was usually ran by some guy like me. You're not helping the girls. You're just, I want to buy the content to enjoy. It's still not a very personable transaction. And since the advent of OnlyFans, which again, huge support of it because it did help cut down on human trafficking and
Mhm,
human, just the sex trade, the wrongful sex trade overall. So I was actually really happy with OnlyFans, but it became much more of an addicting culture. Like,
mhm.
it's so much easier to become addicted because now I can be personally. Oh no, oh, it's just a Thatcher. Okay, thank God. Um, sorry, we have a cat in the house who's in heat and has become the bane of my existence.
She's
Horny
got
pussy
a
like
heat for his feet.
she's got a big foot fetish and she's all in here screaming at my feet. I nearly stepped on her earlier because she was under my desk rolling around and where my feet sit. She was just like, "Oh, his feet were here earlier." She simps for my feet,
Mm,
which is
she
part of the
paid for
problem
that?
here. You know, I don't charge for that. My OnlyFans is free. I'm
Oh,
just,
cool, 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 cool.
my dopamine is the boost. But so now that it's become a very much more personal transaction, that addiction becomes much more prevalent. You're very much right, Rebecca, and I
Yeah.
am fascinated by like that culture, that disillusionment, because you are what's the word, I'm looking for, you, you're in an illusion state. Fuck,
Delusional?
I can't make word. Delusional. That was the word I was looking for. I don't know. It just wasn't
Yeah, I was about
there.
to say, it sounds like you're more disillusioned right now.
Well,
Yeah, I was delusional.
well, it's very similar to the that person who gets obsessed with a streamer or an influencer, or they become fans and they enjoy their content regardless of what that content is. And then it crosses a line and
Mhm.
um that person has then that's when it becomes a problem. It becomes all consuming,
Yeah.
and their life stops, and it's not even just
Mm.
necessarily about the masturbation. And I think that that's with porn addiction, that is very, it's not necessarily about the masturbation. They get that serotonin and that dopamine by just watching. So sometimes they can
Mhm.
have it on their phone and not be touching themselves. It is not necessarily about the release of an orgasm. And I think some people get that impression, but that they're masturbating all the time, and it's not it. A porn
Mm-mm.
addiction is when you can't go and your life stops and you're watching it all the time. And also with smartphones now and tablets and laptops and Wi-Fi, porn is portable and it is everywhere, and it's which is great until it
Oh,
isn't.
not to interject, but while we're talking about being addicted to streamers and content and stuff like that, I just want to remind everyone that we do have a merch store, and Dinks with Kinks has an audio podcast available everywhere if you like podcasts. Simp for us. Look at us, be simpy for us. We'll show you titties.
All of my stuff's on my store though, so if you're simping for me, let me know. I'll send you the
Well, I
link.
mean, I rate over. I rate over. I rate over.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. But
And Calvino, you're
that's
amazing. You're getting that love. We
yeah.
love you, Calvino. You are our favorite, and my girlfriend will absolutely leave me for you. But I've told her on multiple occasions, not if I get to him first, because I
That
will
is
leave
very
her
true.
for you.
That is true.
Um, yeah, we would all leave everyone to be with you, Calvino.
Hmm.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
told
She's
me.
like, I told Calvino. Yeah, but but you're absolutely right. It's not so much a sex addiction, but a content addiction. A hundred
Hmm.
percent. And I have been guilty for this because I will do research, but I'll have porn playing while I'm working on stuff because I'm like watching stuff, for like an episode or whatnot. And I realized I was like, I'm watching porn. I'm not aroused. I'm not touching myself. I'm just here watching it. And I'm like, that's what porn addiction is. I mean, like I said, usually it's stuff reason I'm not touching myself because it's stuff I'm not into. And I am legitly doing research. Boy, that cock and ball torture episode, it was a lot of content that I'm like, nope, no king shaming here, but that's not me.
We're scared to have
Um,
everything out because there's too many cats around and scratch, scratch.
oh yeah, I have to get the cats out of here. I don't need nothing dangling. But you're absolutely right. Um,
I think also the negative side of it, porn gives people the idea when you watch porn that much, and moving over, and those people who aren't maybe not
oh,
addicted but watch porn all the time, you get this idea that
There she
sex is
comes.
a sex gets to be a certain way, has to be a certain way, that women look and act a certain way like during sex, and that you have
mhm.
to look and act a certain way, and it becomes a show, and people don't understand that what real sex looks like when you watch too much porn. And porn is fun.
Yeah.
I love porn. I'm going to say that all the time. Porn is great, but it's not real. It is not real.
The internet is, in
Also,
fact, for porn.
also, fun fact:
All
I've
right.
had sex with a porn star, and they don't fuck like that in real life. I'm telling you right now. It's like, okay, so a real explosion in a movie isn't, that's not how real explosions work. That's why, giant fireballs, no, there are no giant fireballs. It's nothing like that. It doesn't look like the movies. But that's what porn is. Porn is, let's trigger every mental thing about the kink. Like, those experiences aren't real. They're catered to hit every emotional and visual stimulation to trigger, every reaction. I mean, they're very staged. From working on porn sets, I can tell you right now, nobody is in a sexy mood on a porn set. We are all there like, all right, it is 5 a.m. Let's I guess let's work and let's do that. It's actually one of the reasons I quit because it was very disillusioning when you show up and you're doing fetish content. And you're like, take off your top.
Yeah, it's hard to be real when you have like a camera shoved up in between your legs to get that perfect
Hmm.
angle.
Well, and that's also the thing, like I for me, I watch porn and it there are some porns that I watch that I'm not even turned on. I'm literally criticizing it. I'm going, that position can't be pleasurable. Like, it can't. That position can't be pleasurable.
But
That,
maybe.
like, you're not, and it's heavily edited, so of course you're not transitioning like that. It's like they're not coming 8 times in like 10
No.
minutes. What the fuck?
Two,
Especially
three
if you're
times
like
max, but not 7 or 8. No, no.
like
Honestly, okay. So one porn that really gets me off, and I very much love it, it's girl on girl tribbing, or as it used to be known, scissoring. It's when two girls are rubbing their junk together. I
you
know
say
for a
tripping, I say
fact.
tribing.
Tribing? Is it tribbing or tribing? I've only seen it written. No one's ever said it.
Mm, I always say tribing.
It's like wind and wind. Run like the
True.
wind. It's wind. I've only seen it written.
Right.
Um So, but yeah, scissoring, and I know that's actually not enjoyable for either party. No, but to me, it's very hot. Like it turns me on, and there are people who don't know that. There are people who trib. Yeah, see, that's what my thought company knows. Trib, like rib,
Hmm.
but it could be tribe. There's no e in it. That's what makes trib
Mm.
tribe. The e. Um. You say trib, I think tribulation. I mean, you're right. It is tribulation.
Your your trauma is showing, Sean.
Yeah, your trauma showing, Sean. But it is, like to me, it's very erotic and it turns me on. But I do know that's not how women really have sex. Like lesbian action does not go down like that. I've actually seen two lesbians do it. It is very different in real life. Very different. And not as entertaining as you might think. Like it's not, it's hot, but it's not like porn hot. It's passionate. It's fun. Most all those porn things, they turn you on, and the idea of them turn you on, but it's not real. And a lot of times, it's not pleasurable. It's all being faked.
I can tell you that porn is actually the reason I have a hang up about orgasms.
Mhm.
Porn is the reason, because obviously with all of my religious trauma, started watching porn late and doing all of that like a little later than some. And they always and that's where I got a lot of my sex ed. Let's be real honest, sneaking the porns. And I was
Real
watching
Sex
porn.
13.
I was watching the porns and all of these, and these women were coming so fast. They were orgasming so fast, and they were coming multiple times, and they were just like instantaneously turned on. And I'm sitting here thinking, when I started having sex and I started like having sex with multiple, like, oh, like more than one person, it was just like, why am I not having orgasm within like 2 or 3 minutes? Like, why am I taking so long? Like, I'm like, the it took me so long. And even still, it's like this hang up of, why am I taking more than 5 minutes? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was all
I mean,
real until I first saw Edward Penis Hands. It was then that I finally began to question porn.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, let's not negate that. Like, it is fun to act out porn acts, in the sense of you're both knowing that you're acting out, and it's very much a role play experience.
Hmm.
And I've done this past, like when we do, and what gets you off is not so much the actual acts, but to know the fact that you're acting out this very hot porn scene, the role
Right.
play of it.
Hmm.
And because I've done that before in the past. I'll be like, I'll show my partner, I'll be like, well, look at this porn clip. I know this would not be as pleasurable to either one of us, but it's super hot, and I would love to recreate that. And that's
Hmm.
what's really hot.
Hmm.
Not the actual act, but the role play of it. And you're right, it does. It leaves these expectations out there of why aren't you jizzing all over the place? Why aren't you instantly orgasming the minute now don't get me wrong, everyone is different. I have been with people who can orgasm that quickly, but I have been with people who need to work for it. It's person to person.
Mhm.
Unless you're in porn, then it's everybody. And that's where that's at, is don't set expectations, because and a lot of men have the same hang ups of I'll never be that attractive because I can't make a woman come that fast. That's not always your job, buddy. Your job is to get them there, regardless of how quickly you get there. If they get there, they get there. Don't be hung up on the fact that they're not coming every 3 seconds
Mhm.
and they're not just endlessly orgasming, because no one endlessly orgasms. Well, most people don't endlessly orgasm. I was with one person and they just every 10 seconds. It was tiresome to me. I was just like, okay, stop. No, no, okay, it's happening again. All right, cool. What's happening here? Um, yeah, it was
I lost
cartoonish.
the fucking I lost. Like what the fuck? I
It's
was like,
happening again. Let me get my raincoat on for this one. Come
Well,
on.
it almost
I'm
it almost didn't feel real. That I mean, like that was the point where I
right.
was at. I was like, this doesn't feel real. Don't fake with me. Just um, well, if you're a pleasure dom, yeah, that's cool. Everybody has their little ticks. You can get them there. You just gotta find your groove with your partner, talk and communicate. Now let's go more positive. Who watches porn with their partner?
I have.
Yeah.
I have. I usually don't. That's not I think it's just like porn time is me time. You know, like I think
I
for me,
think
but
both are
I
okay.
well, I absolutely
Yeah.
I will do it and I like it and it's fine, but I think for usually that's for me porn time is me time. For the most part. That's just sort of where my habits are.
Honestly, I fall around the same category. It's like, okay, so porn time is like my time. It's me. It's very selfish time,
Mhm.
because no one watches porn for a long time. Let's be real honest here. You're not in it for Lord of the Rings. You're in it for, the 20-second TikTok video. That's your goal. You hope that porn doesn't, you hope you never reach the end of that porn.
Unless you and
Right.
your partner are
Um
both voyeurs and you like to watch, then you would find that
no,
sharing a porn watching as a thing more.
yes. But I'm telling you right now, if I've seen the end credits of that porn, you didn't do a good porn. Let's
I
be
think
real
also for
honest.
me watching porn
I mean, if you're hearing them in the
and is
background,
like
that's you did good. Maybe.
I think watching porn is like, I'm obviously for me watching porn is I'm going to get turned on and I'm going to get off and you're right, like it's me time and I don't have to worry about whether he likes watching me or acting or how I get off cuz they're studying and now I'm not saying cuz I'm an exhibitionist so I like them watching it but
Yeah,
like when I'm watching porn is
hold
my
on.
me masturbation time and I want to get off the way I want to get off.
It
Like
is
that's
the
just it. I don't need to
That's
equivalency.
act.
my meditation time.
It is
Yeah,
no,
I
it's the
need my
equivalency
serotonin.
of showing somebody a YouTube video, and you're like holding it. You're like, watch this YouTube video, and you think it's really funny, but they haven't laughed at all. That
Yes.
is like, yeah, it's that. Oh
Yes.
God, he's not. Oh God, he's just being polite at this point. Oh,
Right. Like
we do not have the same taste in YouTube videos. Cool, 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 cool.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, 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 cool. But I mean, I'm kind of the same way, because, like I said, there's a lot of fetish porn that I like. I have made no secret. Things with kinks. I have my fetishes and my kinks,
A lot of
and
fetish
I don't expect a lot of fetish porn. All fetish porn. I mean, honestly, it doesn't even have to be pornographic. Some of the stuff I watch is fucking PG, and it gets me off in a heartbeat. So I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. So that very much boils down to that's me time.
Mhm.
Because one, I can be very selfish. I don't have to worry, oh, my partner may not be liking this. Um, yeah, and a banana. I only want to watch with a partner if it's something I want us to try, and then it's more for research. That's why I like watching porn with my partner. I'm like, hey, can we do this? And then we're not watching it and doing stuff. We're watching it and going, okay, let's do the math on this. Let's figure this out. Let's plan this out. Me and Buttercup have done this. We've been like, okay, that angle. So you stand over there, and we'll block out the scene. We'll walk through it.
Of course you do.
But
Of
I've done it with
course you
other
do.
partners too.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I was like, I want to recreate this. But yeah, it's very much a, like you said, that's me time. That's my time. And I think that's okay. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you don't watch porn with your partner?" And I'm like, "I don't have to."
But it also, I think that the whole reason it's me time is because it doesn't it because I might be wanting to into something different that day. Like you, like all of
Mhm.
us on this podcast, all of like we all have our turn-ons are so wide. Our the things that turn us on and that we want to watch and that get us off, the categories and the things, it's just so much that today maybe I'm not want to watch lesbian porn. Maybe I want to watch, like some girl give head because I have an oral fetish,
Dick
it
fighting.
just it just depends on
I
what I
watched it.
want. Oh, of course you did.
You probably
But
tried it too.
it depends on what I want to watch today. And I don't want to be like, oh, well, don't you use I don't want to get asked questions when I'm finding the porn I want to watch. I don't want to get like, okay, well, I thought you watch lesbian porn. Well, I'm into this
I'm not.
today. Like
Yeah. I don't want to have to play the partner of having to explain what's happening in this porn.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, it's very like
It is.
I wanna be able to be selfish at this moment. Like, it's not that I don't ever wanna be selfish with my partner, but I'm watching porn for a very precise reason. It's the same reason. Like, I go to Arby's to get a roast beef sandwich. I'm not going there to try something new. I'm going there for one reason,
Beef
one
and
thing,
cheddar. Beef
beef
and
and cheddar.
cheddar.
Well, yeah, of course I'm getting a beef and cheddar, but still, yeah,
I
beef
mean, no,
beef
you
and
go to
cheddar,
Arby's
that's
for
a
beef
roast
and
beef.
cheddar and curly fries. What
No, no,
the
I
fuck?
substitute curly fries for mozzarella sticks, but that's a whole different conversation.
Okay,
It'll blow
okay,
your
okay,
mind.
okay,
It'll
fair, fair,
change
fair.
the world.
Okay, all
Anyway,
right.
but it's like, okay, I'm going here for one reason. I'm going here to pleasure myself, get off, and not have to be questioned about it, not have to be. And like I said, my partner would never judge me what gets me off.
Mm-mm.
They'll not make. Well, I mean, she would, but not in a way that'd make me feel bad. She'd be like, "I'm secretly judging you right now, but I'm doing it very loudly," and that would be
Too
her
good.
exact response. Um, but in a great way. It would never she would never intentionally make me feel bad about it, but I think porn is one of those things are like you said, it's me time.
Mhm.
Very personal. Except when a cat's in here screaming at my feet.
I also encourage people to watch porn and you were talking about research. I like when people are talking, well, I'm not really kinky or I'm not really or I don't even I want I what are you
I like the
laughing
Calvinos. How did food get into my kink
at?
podcast? We're a food
Splashing.
podcast now.
There is a kink.
Splashing.
There
Shh.
is
Move
some
on.
food porn. Yeah.
And is that really Calvino judging us about his like his whole Insta is food? So shh. All right. So anyway, I encourage people to go to Pornhub, go to RedTube, go to or you know what, go to those places
Mhm.
and go explore. And you may not be getting off, but you may be just finding out, like just maybe you're curious, and that's a great place to like porn is great just to educate and not educate, but just sort of find things. Find it. It's like a thrift store for sexual kinks. It's like, I don't know what this
Yeah.
is. Dude, I sort of like it. Like, you know.
I've gone down so many rabbit holes, it's not even funny. Like, and
Yeah.
sometimes it'll start where I'm researching an episode, and so I'm like, I'm watching a kink I'm not into, but then like the recommended videos that come with it, I'll go, okay, well, I'll watch this one next. I have no idea, but it'll be slightly different, and it will start bleeding into a different kink,
Yeah.
and then suddenly I'm like, dick in hand, I'm like, how the fuck did I get here? I'm not
Yeah.
mad about it, but I don't know how I got here. Um,
Yeah.
And yeah, I do. I think people should watch porn. I think it's healthy with, and like I said, everything in moderation. Yeah, I know at the very top of the episode we talked the very negatives about porn and like the addiction to it, but that doesn't mean we're against porn. I'm pro porn. I think everyone should watch porn either with a couple or by yourself. I especially
Mhm.
think you should by yourself because that is a great way to honestly learn about yourself. It is a great
Mhm.
way to, do that self reflection and learn. But it also, and jack the fuck off, just bring
I'm
it
calling it
down or
self-reflection
be in an
from
arena.
now on. I
Self
am now
reflection.
calling self-reflection. What are you doing? I'm self-reflecting.
I'm self reflecting. I'm learning about me. Self education.
Until they point out, well, you got a little self reflection in your beard or hair. You might want to.
Never. Thankfully, I've never shot that far. Oh god, that would ruin my day. That would just ruin the experience.
I got to be careful because I'm capable and have that
You
distance.
have
So.
shot yourself in the beer?
No, no,
I don't. I want
just
to hear
gone the
that part of the
distance and
story.
more. It seems.
All right. Okay.
I am learning
Michael
so much
Jackson. Just beat
tonight.
it.
You
I
learned
am.
it in a
I'm learning.
previous episode or something.
I think we have actually talked about that before. Uh, Shep's a web shooter. He gets his long distance shots. I
Okay.
bleh,
You flit.
bleh.
We
Only
all
if I'm being
know.
filmed.
You all know I put out fires, so it's fine.
Okay, so off topic. Did you ever think that we'd be at a point in the time where the internet? We're not porn stars. We are not like people who we're not sex workers. We respect them very much. But did you ever think the internet would know about your ejaculation habits?
No,
Yeah,
no.
right.
Like I sat here and I'm like, I was having this conversation with some friends of mine, and I'm going where they were talking about like sexual kinks and what they're into, and I'm going, I, I have. I put that shit on the internet. Like they're like, we know, we listen to it. Or I'm like, yeah, they know everything about me. They know everything about me.
Oh, it is absolutely weird. Like now, like when I went in the dating world, just we doing this podcast. Now I'm like, no, no, no. Just if you want to learn about me, go listen to this podcast. Go watch me stream.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
Absolutely.
that's my about me. There you go. And if you can tolerate the internet knowing that, but it's
Right.
even more disturbing. But like you said, talking to people at work.
Yeah.
So the same thing has happened at my work. One person started listening to it. They told a friend. Another person started listening to it. They've told a friend. And you walk by somebody, and our receptionist, are like the she just goes, "So is it true what you said on that one podcast?" And I was like, "Which podcast?" She's like, "The audio one." And I'm like, "We can't talk about that." Um,
We
and
don't talk
yeah,
about
just
Bruno.
we don't
We
talk
don't talk
about
about
Bruno.
porno. No, no.
And like that's another thing. Talk about porn culture is the internet, the world knows way more personal information about you. And actually, honestly, I will say I think people know more personal information about us three than they do about most porn stars.
I was just thinking that. I literally was just thinking that because porn stars, like, you can see their bodies, but there's a whole lot like you don't know about. Like, you don't know really what really gets them off. You don't know what and like none of that.
I'm gonna tell you a real fun story, and I tell the story. I was working with a couple of really famous porn stars. I'm not gonna dox them, but we were doing shoots with them. And we all, as a crew, we all went out to dinner before the day of the shoot. And I ate dinner and sat with these people. I had no idea who they were because they were very homely people. Like I recognized, I did my research and looked up these models and like these porn stars and what they looked like on camera. And then I sat across from one, had an entire conversation, like learned
Mhm.
all about them. The next day we showed up to shoot, and they mentioned something that we had talked about, and I'm like, holy shit. You are not who you are in person on camera, and we very much are the people we are on camera. And that was funny. It's like I sat at a table full of porn stars, and I was the prettiest one there. Like I was like the most attractive person there because they will do their hair, they'll do the makeup, and the other time they're just like mess bun, nerd glasses, pajama pants. And I love it. I love that they
Nerd
can be
glasses, pajama
themselves
pants.
outside of
He
it.
Tell me
literally
more.
described everything that I was wearing minus the nerd glasses. Like literally it just described everything that I am wearing. Awesome. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Hold on, hold on. Where's my glasses?
But that's why people, look at my nerd glasses right here. Right here. This is my editing glasses. I'm going to be, right after this podcast, I'm going to be like, audio file,
And I don't
edit.
know how to be a
Oh.
different person, so I'm me.
And that's it. It's like people, big misconception of, um, big misconception porn is like you think that person is that person in real life. Ship, we both know somebody who's a fetish model. She's gorgeous. She has an OnlyFans. Does really kinky, freaky stuff, covered head to toe in tattoos. Is the most vanilla soccer mom I've ever met in my life. Like her personal life, she was on an episode of Would You Will back when we used to do the Would You Will,
Hmm.
and we're preparing for it. And she calls me up. She calls me on the phone. She goes, "John, I've got to confess something to you. I don't know if you know this. I don't know anything about kink." I was like, "We work fetish shows together." She goes, "I'm just a model. I know nothing of kink. I'm gonna be horrible at this." And she was like freaking out. She was just like, "I don't know anything. I just will get a request. I will do whatever they say and just put it on the thing. I'm not that person. I'm a soccer mom covered in tattoos." And I was like, "Sweetie, you're gonna do fine. It's just like that. We're gonna laugh and have a good time." And that's I'm filled with experiences of that. But we do this podcast and we stream and we talk very personal from the heart. So I'm gonna tell you right now, even if you know that OnlyFans girl, even if you don't know that porn star very well, from her work or his work or whatever, they're probably a very different person on camera than they are off camera. Oh, we're
Hmm.
gonna rock nerd glasses, and you guys want to see how I actually look while I'm working? Here we go.
Well, we
Here
were
we
talking
go.
about
I'm about it.
Unless you're a
what?
shep, and then you're just not good enough to have
Here
a
we go.
persona.
This is
You're just a
me
shep.
off camera.
Okay, well, first off,
Oh
no, there's
Uh
no need to be
oh,
sloppy. You need to
no.
get out some man basics for that.
Mm-hmm.
you're probably right. And on camera, I like to be very pretty. That
Yes.
said, that's a great transition. We are going to take an absolute. Let me make sure. Let me look on Twitch. Make sure. Sable Prio Rose. Oh, we're in an ad right now, so let's wait till that's done.
Oh, okay.
Um, we'll wait till the Twitch ad is done, and then we'll play our ad because ad in
And when we
progress.
come back from that, maybe we'll go into the deep dive of porn culture over
Porn
time.
parodies. Actually, I thought we were going to do the next half porn, but you know what? That's it. That's porn culture over time would definitely cover parodies
Hmm.
because porn parodies started becoming a real big thing. So, all right, we are back from that ad, and so all you wonderful subscribers out there who didn't have the ad break, and all you people who don't subscribe, you should subscribe. It's cool. It helps us out. Woo-woo. Um, we have an ad of our own, and we're gonna play that, and then we're gonna come back to the next half of our show. We love you. See you in a minute. Oh shit! Where's my button? Where's my button? Where's my button? Where's my
Hmm.
button? Where's my button? I changed stuff for the ad. There's my button. Things with Kinks Live is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in below the waist grooming for men. Their products are precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Okay, let's just be real here. We have all done shady things to remove hair from down there. Everything from using the razor that you use up here, or like, those rusted scissors you find in your bathroom. You never bought them, but they've always been there. I have used everything from that cream that burns the hair off to doing something crazy like this. They took my pain! And I'm here to tell you there's absolutely a better way. The Performance Package 4.0 has arrived, and it is an absolute game changer. Inside this package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. And it fits perfectly in there, just all in the bag, except for the underwear. But you should keep that in your drawer. Don't keep underwear in your shave bag. That's weird. Anyway, the Lawnmower 4.0 is, this thing is amazing. I've never held a trimmer that seems so sturdy, so quiet. Just listen to this. It's their fourth generation trimmer. It features a cutting edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin safe technology. It's also waterproof and has this handy dandy little 4000K LED light. And you don't think you need that light until you get under there and you're like, ooh, I needed that light. Not only is it waterproof, not only that, but it is also waterproof. So you can use it in the bathtub. So no more getting those curly hairs everywhere. Haunt me. But moving on, not just that, you have the Weed Whacker, which is also waterproof and handy dandy. It is a proprietary skin safe technology which helps reduce nicks, snags, tugs, or those delicate nose hairs. And you know what? I found out that everybody has nose hairs. I got in there with mine, and it got so much out. I felt really old after that, but it worked amazing, and I didn't feel a thing. It just gone. Not only that, the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Baller Toner will change the way you approach hygiene routine. I've used both of these products, and I'm going to tell you right now, first off, I went 38 some odd years not realize I was chafing until I used that toner, that reviver stuff that keeps you, like, helps with chafing. I have just been uncomfortable for 38 years. Nobody told me this. And that deodorant smells so good. I use it as hand lotion too. I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. Going to keep it right here too. But not only do you get all of that in the Performance 4.0 package, you're going to get these awesome underwear, which I am wearing right now, but I'm not going to show you because, sensors and whatnot, and a handy dandy little travel bag. And that travel bag fits all the goodies. This is amazing. So right now, if you go to manscaped.com, you can get 20% off and free shipping with code DWK20. That's DWK20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off, free shipping. I'm telling you guys, it is amazing. Go there, do that, use code DWK20 at manscaped.com. Now, back to the stream. Hey, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to that ad. We only support that company because they are fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And we were very happy that they sponsored us. I'm addicted to them. So I will probably
The
hype them
holidays are
up
coming,
for the rest
everyone.
of my life.
Use that code. Save some cash.
Use that code. Save yourself. Buy your man Christmas present right there. Just telling you right now. Ladies, buy you a man a Christmas present. Men, buy your woman a Christmas present of clean, smooth balls. Anyway, so now we're going to talk like a little bit of porn over time and our favorite porn parodies. And we've done this before ever. Like, I think we did an episode where we watched porn together
Yes.
and we talked some porn parodies, but I want to talk about some of the first porn parodies I ever saw. And honestly, one of them was a Star Trek, the
Mine
original
was
series.
mine was Star Wars.
I've never seen a Star Wars porn, like parody porn. No, I take it back. I did last time we watched a porn together because somebody put a very awesome Jedi lightsaber battle porn thing. So I take that back. This podcast has made me what? What are you looking up?
I'm on Pornhub right now and I looked up porn parodies and I'm like, there's a Family Guy one. I can't.
Oh, good God!
No, you haven't seen that one? I haven't.
This,
You.
I don't. Nope. I don't want. I don't need that in my life. All right.
this one is called. This group is called Dirty Cosplay. This group is called Dirty Cosplay.
Oh, that's not the official one then. No.
Let's see. I just hit parody.
Well, semi-recently, Pornhub hasn't been a good spot for the true parodies anymore. Unless you're one of those VIP paying members.
Yeah, no,
This
I'm just
one-
kind of looking like weird clips.
This one
and-
has Deadpool finally fucks his porn parody. I can't.
I have seen Scooby Doo porn parodies very much often. You know, like I said,
There's only one good one.
if if there was like a series or a show or something like that where they wore pantyhose as their costume, you know they made a good parody of it and they wore pantyhose, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch that shit. I'm gonna diddle my biddle to some porn.
Oh my god.
I think my first parody style was actually when I was in the teens. I came across one of the old ones. It was Cinderella. It was a Cinderella one.
I
I
mean, they make porn parodies for everything. You got horror movie porn parodies.
Yeah, but this
Oh,
was
there's
like
the
back in
Guardians of the
like
Galaxy.
this was like
This
in
one's
the
when Princess Leia
90s, I think.
doing blowjob for Darth Vader.
That's her dad.
Yeah.
No, don't blow her dad. Oh, there's a Pennywise porn parody. The girl Pennywise.
Alice
She's
in
sucking dick.
Wonderland.
Got that one.
Oh, hardcore sex orgy in the Adams Family.
That one wasn't bad.
So, the one thing I really loved about porn parodies is it started like them legitly showing homage to, like, like they're just trying to leech off the fandom, like, like Star Trek porn parodies. It was real big, so they're like, let's make a porn parody because it was real big, and they have become their own thing.
Yes.
Like, porn parodies went from, oh, this is just a cheap grab to get, like, people to accidentally stumble upon. Oh, I think I rented the wrong Avengers. But like that
Yes.
was the legit strategy, and then porn parodies became a bit. Like, people
Mhm.
would go out of their way to make them cheesy and make them funny
Zach and
and
Miri make a
hot.
porno. That's when they're making that like Star Wars like
Star Wars.
parody. Oh my god, there's a Grinch parody. There's a
Oh, there's a
Grinch
Yes,
few of
porn
those.
yes,
parody.
There's a
there
few.
is.
Oh god.
I can point out the best one for you if you like.
And some of like these porn parodies, like I have seen some porn parodies some people showed me that were better than the thing they were parodying, like, as story wise. Like, they weren't just, we're just in costume fucking. Like, because that's kind of what, like, porn parodies started out as. It's cosplay sex. That's what porn parodies started as. And I have seen some porn parodies where I'm like, oh, oh shit. This is a legit movie. Like, okay, I'm gonna buckle up for this one. I'm here for the thing. And
Wasn't the most detailed, long, drawn out one though? Was it the Pirates movie?
yep.
That was like a really
I
high
mean, there have
value
been
one.
some other ones, but they like high budgeted.
Yeah.
Now, when do you think we're gonna hit that point in media? Because you have things like Game of Thrones, Westworld, shows that are no longer handicapped by like the FCC, like streaming shows where they can get more into. Like, at what point in time do you think we're gonna hit a point where there's no point in parodying
No,
this
well, no,
series?
because here's why I don't think that the parody thing is going to go away.
Oh, I don't think it would
Because
either.
because they don't show a lot, and there's that whole intimacy coach thing. It's all about angles, and so I don't think, yes, you can get off on those things, but I think that those scenes are so monitored now because of all the allegations and laws and the intimacy coaches. What?
The Wanking Dead. Just the fucking titles. The titles are what sell me on it.
I know. But I think that that's why the parodies are actually I think that shows like Game of Thrones and Westworld and the ones that are showing are actually going to propel parody porn because people want to see longer scenes. They want to
Hmm.
see more in. So I think it's actually how it's not going to
It's going to become
handicap it. I
more of
honestly,
shipping it.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Like, everybody who like ships a
Speaking of,
couple.
I literally just saw a Game of Thrones parody where the queen gets gangbanged.
I literally
Nice.
looking at one. This is titled "The Aftermath of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard Defamation Trial Parody Porn." Everything gets a parody porn. Do you think there'd be a parody porn of this podcast? Would you watch the parody porn of this podcast?
I mean, they parody porn everything. They parody porn Friends. They parody porn Who's the Boss. It's parody
Would you guys be mad if I wrote, directed, hired, like cast, and filmed a parody porn of this live stream of this podcast? Like, think about it. Think about it real hard.
I am.
Because I
Give
can
me a
get
minute.
people. Yeah, I can get
I
people. I
know you
can make
can,
this
so
a
I have to
reality.
really think about this answer. I would not be mad, but I have to cast myself. Like I'm not
You have to
necessarily like
cast
I have
yourself.
no, I have to agree. I have to choose who would
That's
portray me.
okay. So that's your catch. Okay, Shep,
That's my catch.
are you okay with me doing?
No, because it'd be Shep as himself.
It can't be a porn. You can't be in your own porn parody.
But that's not fair. But I wanna.
It's not a parody if it's you.
I know, but that's the
The point of it's not going to be
heartaching
me. I'm
part.
not going to be in it.
It's for the best, John. Maybe for the best.
But I
Yeah.
don't think anybody would watch a parody about
I love that
I
you
don't
just wanted to see who you were cast. You didn't say anything about I need to see a script first. I need to know where the story's going to go. You were just like, I just need to know you're representing me okay in this.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sorry. When you're doing a parody, Al Yankovic doesn't send you the song beforehand. I'm going to cast somebody hot to be you. Or do you not want them too hot? Okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you want them less hot than you or more hot than you? You don't want like the porn parody
See, that's
version to
why I
look
need
better
to
than
cast.
you?
That's why I need to be the
Okay.
one that casts them. That's why I need to because I need to have that control over who plays me because they can't be hotter than me, but I don't want them to be some like. So they have. I have to know like.
But and she's gonna be torn. It's like, do I want to be turned on by my body double?
Right?
Is that
Yeah.
just right or too much?
See, honestly, if I'm casting myself, I'm not going to look anything like me. I'm going to be much prettier, much more handsome.
There's a Mary Poppins one. I can't.
Oh, you need to send me that. I need to send I need to see Dick Van Dyke give it to Mary Poppins. Tim Cheerio, right
I mean,
up.
it's in his
Tim
name,
Cheerio.
Dick Van Dyke. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Oh, I have stumbled down a very dark hole and I don't like
Yeah,
it.
I think we all have.
what are you talking about?
Um,
I have the collection.
But I would
I was in the
absolutely
hole saying,
love to
"Come."
be porn parodied.
I think I would be okay as long as I knew.
Well, okay, what if it wasn't me doing it? What if somebody just porn parodied us and you had no control over it?
Oh,
Because then, I mean, like I
that,
said, you don't get, they don't, the person who made the Scooby Doo porn parody didn't contact Scooby Doo and said, "Here, can we do this?" They just did it.
Well, because it's parody, so they can't get you for it.
Yeah.
There's loopholes.
I
And no,
don't know.
Sean, he's gonna give her 2 peens full of sugar, not spoonfuls.
I just don't think anybody would make a porn parody of us. So I would say no. I wouldn't be mad because I would just be like, "You actually did that shit? Like
Community,
really?"
get on it. Go do it. Make a porn parody. I need it. I need it in my life. Just don't make me bald. I have too much beautiful hair. Don't make me bald. Okay? That's my only request, but audience, get on it. Make a porn parody. Send it to
A parody man better
Rebecca.
know
What's
how to
your
do some
email address?
vloggers.
What?
I was gonna have them send it to you so you can show us. Send your dick pics to Rebecca at dinkswithkings.com. That's not an actual email address.
Oh, I was like, what?
Then you can hit us up on the social media. Send your porn parodies to there. What if they like
Oh.
did it, but they were role reversed? Like they gender reversed us. Like your character was a dude and me and Shep were girls.
I
And
think I'd be okay with that too.
you were just giving it to me and Shep.
I would give it to you and Shep anyway, even if it wasn't role reversed.
Good. I'm glad. Um I love it. I clicked the link to post our socials at the same time the bot clicked it. So cool. Um anyway, yeah, poor parodies are fun. I think they have become like a gimmick, but I think as we get closer, I don't think I think we'll get wilder with them. Where are you at? What's happening?
It's Donald Trump and Hillary.
Oh, okay, send me that. I need to hate masturbate later. You ever just hate beat it? That's what I'm gonna do later. I'm gonna hate beat it. I'll be like, I fucking hate myself for this. I'm here for it, but I fucking hate myself for it.
I'm speechless.
Is Mitch McConnell watching, just going turtle, 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 turtle? I need a little bit of that. I'm looking at a bunch of poorly CG'd. Like, okay, think like 1990s animation, like CG animation of porn parodies of characters. It is disturbing.
Oh God.
Herc, herc. But yeah, poorly CG'd porn parodies. This is a fucking rabbit hole that I wish I wasn't down. It just all I see is the
this
1990s.
this one says, "Come to Lisa Rice, White House BJ with Dick and Bush on Spunked."
This just looks like two Sims characters fucking, but it's like two
This is our
characters,
stream now.
Lucifer and Detective Clay.
This
Yeah,
This is our
is
we
stream
knew
now.
where we were going with this. I think we talked about we were doing this. Um, but I like that fuck TikTok. I love that porn culture has like kind of encompassed all kinds of aspects. They fell down the porn hole. I like that. Like, yeah, you can find comedy in porn. Like, I've watched porn
yes.
flicks that have made me laugh. I've watched porn, flicks that I'm like, really good story. That I have seen the end credits for. I know earlier I said if I see the end credits of your porn, you did a bad porn. You made a really good movie, but you did a bad porn. Um, and so I kind of enjoy that. Would cast Johnny Sins as Dondera and put him in a bad wig. Now I've got to Google what Johnny Sins looks like because I don't know how I feel about that.
I like porn parodies and not necessarily watching them to be aroused, but I like them in the fact that the porn industry decided not to
He
take
bald.
themselves
I don't like that,
decide
Calvino.
He did say put him in a bad wig,
In
so
a
imagine
bad
him in a
wig.
bad wig.
All right.
The porn industry decided to not take itself so seriously and to put sort of like the fun aspect back into porn and the fun aspect back into sex and not just like we were talking about earlier about like it's all like that hardcore like everything's like got to be a certain like it's still the same thing, but it's funny and it's fun and it's that levity of sex. And I think that that's what I like about porn parodies because we can sit there
Mm-hmm.
and laugh at them, and it's not. It's like that's just it's fun, just like sploshing. I think sploshing is fun. I don't get aroused by it, but it's fun. Like that whole aspect. Anytime sex can be seen as something that is enjoyable, and not just enjoyable in a pleasure aspect, but enjoyable as in it makes you laugh and it makes you smile and it makes you happy. That's what I enjoy about the aspects of sex. Sex and kink, things that just make you happy. Like that's
Yeah.
fun to me.
I mean, I've seen Evan Stone's work. I guess I can accept
I'm not sure who would play Rebecca. I'm drawing all the blanks. Oh my god.
Aurora Snow.
that instantly.
She hot. Actually, no. You know what? Not Aurora Snow. She looks like my first wife. Um, she hot, but she looked like my first ex-wife.
Too late. It's already out of the bag.
Already out of the bag.
Who took
I'd still watch
backsies?
it. I'd still jerk it too. How do y'all feel about like predatory porn?
I mean, you're asking persons into
I
primal
watched.
fetish.
No. I mean, predatory is in the fact like okay, leak tapes. I watched the series Pam and Tommy, which is about the leak. You know, some guy stole their sex tape and then published it, and then there's all these leaked sex tapes that are like Charmaine Starr. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go Google that real quick. Rebecca, talk about your opinions on that while I look stuff up. Stop typing on a
Um
podcast on a live stream.
Predatory porn, I am against it. And here is
Oh yeah,
why. I am absolutely against it because predatory porn, though I understand it hits the whole voyeuristic exhibitionism, like that, it hits that aspect of these people don't know this is a personal act, and I'm seeing this, and I get the aspect of why people think it is incredibly hot. However, just like with CNC, these, CNC, when not consented to, is assault. These people did not consent to you viewing this tape. So viewing this tape without their consent is not okay. And so that is
yeah,
why I have no, like, if you're leaking it and say, "Hey, I'm going to do a sex tape and I'm going to leak it," then okay, you consented to it and that's fine, whatever. But for the predatory porn, where if you record somebody without them knowing it and then post it on the internet or like all of that stuff, that is not okay. And I don't find it attractive. I find it degrading and is awful.
yeah.
So
And like I said,
that's my
yeah,
opinion.
I do not support that either. Like I said, if you leak it, that's one thing, but like yeah, the people are taking. That's why I was never a fan of like the Girl Gone Wild series or any of those things because we had a rash probably about early '90s, and it probably started around the Pam and Tommy incident
Mm-hmm.
of and yeah, I do want to talk revenge porn too. But like just predatory porn stances of Girls Gone Wild and the sex, this person's leaked sex tape where we came and stole it, and this person's sex tape and all that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm like, that's unfortunate,
Mm-hmm.
but it is very personal. Like, I have honestly never enjoyed any of the Girls Gone Wild stuff because I'm like, I don't see the point of it. It is people who don't know what they're doing at the time. There's no consent. There's no
Mm-hmm.
informed consent because they can be like, yeah, look at my movies, take pictures. You're drunk as shit. There's no like sign on there, and that's why they're not around anymore because they did crack down on that. Like, and I'm very
Mm-hmm.
happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Revenge porn is a whole different thing. Revenge porn is why so many people are very timid about being filmed or recorded because once it's on the internet forever. There's no taking
Mm-hmm.
back. Trust me, I know I have images on the internet. I mean, the ones I want to take back are not sexual in nature. The sexual ones, I'm like, yeah, go find. Yeah, if you want to look up that, go to dondarrowsdickpic.com. It's a real site. Let me go ahead and type that real quick, just in the chat. dondarrowsdickpic.com.
Revenge
Real
porn.
site.
Revenge porn. Now, I I have, as somebody who's actually, been threatened with revenge porn. Now, there could probably be one of my exes who put it out there. I have yet to see any. So, thankfully, that's probably not an issue. But I have been threatened before, and but
Yeah.
this was many years ago, and it's manipulation. It is manipulation. And this person that shared a picture with you or you recorded this video, they agreed because it was an intimate act. It was for you and your eyes only. And then because they broke up with you or they did something that didn't make you happy, then all of a sudden they're going, okay, well, you're going to do this. I'm getting back at you. And it's
Uh-huh.
it's just manipulative. And it is, you are basically all but physically assaulting them. And I have no part of that. Like, I have no part of that. They did not consent. They did not give you that. And you are going ahead and going, I know you didn't consent, but fuck you. It's going to happen anyway. That is all but physical assault. That is, and I have been threatened with, well, I had an ex and he did not like the fact that I broke up with him and that he just did not like that. And he's like, I've got a tape of us. I recorded you. Like, this whole thing. I was going into education. So me
Yeah.
with that threat getting out there, if that was out there, my whole entire career was going to be over. And so that manipulation, that revenge porn, it's awful. That is just disgusting. And anybody who posts revenge porn and watches it, I'm sorry. I just can't. I
Yeah,
can't.
I have
That's
zero respect
just
for somebody if you go because they're the revenge porn sites. I'm like, if I see that on your web history, I'm be like, you're a piece of shit.
yes.
Um, it's childish and little PP energy, and you're right. And I would say I was like, I am pro. I'm pro pornography. I'm pro making pornography. Like, if I make a video, I like. We've talked about this on the audio podcast, available anywhere you like podcasts. Just go ahead and take a look at it. Just
Hmm.
download that podcast. It's good. Um, about making home movies and all that, and that's a big deterrent, especially now in the age of the internet. It wasn't
Hmm.
so it wasn't so rampant before the internet because, like I said, I made a video of us. Unless I hand copy that VHS and send it around to the world, nobody's going to see that. Absolutely, no one's going to see that. And of course, with me, even if you put it on the internet, no one's going to go to see it at all. Trust me, I built a website for it, and no one goes. No one goes and looks at DonDarrowsDickPic.com. I see that little hit counter. It's negative now. People are actually avoiding that site. It's counting down. It's like, shit. Um, but to be a woman, that's terrifying. It's like, especially if you're attractive. If you're incredibly attractive and that video gets out, you're gonna become infamous about it because porn spreads. And I don't think it spreads as often anymore. Like, I think if you find a revenge porn video of somebody, I'll know you were on a revenge porn site because it didn't leak nowhere. It didn't become the main top stream of X Hamster or Pornhub.
Mm-mm.
You were on a revenge porn site and you found me, and you're a dick. So that's why I'm
Uh,
not super worried about it nowadays because porn is so readily available, and I'm doing some weird freaky shit. People aren't gonna be watching that. If I'm letting you film me, it's
but
because we're doing something fucked up.
but with that, but with that,
Yep.
uh, I have worked. I have worked in education, and I have
Yes.
worked in, and these students don't understand that if their airdrop is turned on and they accidentally airdrop it to anyone within range, they're then distributing and it becomes an issue. And same with adults. You have to be very with smart devices. It's a great thing. You can record anything. You can take sexy pictures in your work bathroom. That's great. But remember, remember, fingers slip, and you can be trying to ha ha ha.
No, I've got a
So
funny story.
but being, you could be pressing, we've all texted the wrong person by accident, we've all sent those things by accident. Be very careful, because then you are distributing pornographic material whether you like it or not. So be very careful about that.
Um, so one time I was promoting. I think it was Don During 101, and I had made a meme. Because we do promotions. If you follow us on social media, I do promotions for the stuff. I usually post like a funny meme and all that. The image before that was a dick pic I took to send to somebody because I was in the dating scene and we're talking dirty and they want to see a dick pic. I'm like, I'll send you a dick pic. I accidentally clicked it, didn't realize it, and I'm scrolling up and I'm checking. I'm doing that final check and realize that I don't have a clever meme for the episode we're gonna do. It's just my big old peen right there. I almost sent that out to every one of our followers ever. I'm like, there's no recovering from that. Well, actually, no, we would have recovered just fine. They'd have been like, well, I'll tune in because that is 100% of what Don Daring 101 is. It's dick pic. It is a weird dick pic too, and the lighting's off, and it's like, there it is. But I also had a friend, uh, it was a female friend, and she accidentally posted a full pic of her man nude with a boner on Facebook. I was scrolling through my feed, and this guy he was a camera guy who worked on one of our projects, and that's where they met. They met on set, and they've been married and have a kid. Sweet couple. They're great. They're very kink positive. They listen to the audio podcast, and they're all out and about. And I'm just scrolling through the feed, and it's just I see him fully nude, and I'm like, message. Did you mean to send his peen to all your family and friends? And she's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, look on your profile. She goes, oh, fuck, I was trying to share something else. And yeah, just posted his full dong and everything and his face. It wasn't like a dong pic. It was a picture she took of him like, look at me, I'm nude. And my dick is big. And it was like, oh, God. Do you guys ever accidentally sex somebody? Or send them
What?
up. You guys ever sent somebody a dirty picture without meaning?
No, because I double check. I double check. I always am like, making sure I'm sending to the right person. Because I just have a lot of friends that are all named the same thing. So I have to I just try to make sure I double check. Right.
I have Chris Evans sharing America's peen on Twitter. Yep, Chris Evans did that. He accidentally shared a peen pic on Twitter.
I have not seen this. I want to see Chris
Oh yeah.
Evans peen. Gavino.
No, you can't do that. That's not cool. Just like we shouldn't be seeing Jennifer Lawrence's boobies, no matter how awesome they were, and she was very funny about them. Actually, I genuinely fell in love when I saw the edited video. I was like, okay, I can watch the edited video because it doesn't show anything, so there's no leak thing. But she's fucking hilarious with her nudes. She was just like, look at my boobies, they're monsters. And I'm like, I love Jennifer Lawrence. She's fantastic. She's who I want to be friends with. Um, that said, I have accidentally sent text to many people. I've never sent a nude who didn't ask for it. But the fact that I have sent things to the wrong people leaves me in a constant state of anxiety.
Mhm.
Because, like I said, okay, I have a co-parent. My ex-wife, we co-parent. We talk all the time. We text about the kids and whatnot, and just generally just communicate. And sure shit enough, I want to text her, "Hey baby, what's up? Do you want to go to dinner tonight?" And she just responded with a bunch of question marks. She's like, "Was that meant for your girlfriend?" And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, sorry." So I am in constant state of fear that I'm going to send something inappropriate to somebody because I'll be texting six people at one time, and those conversations start to blend. Accidental porn.
But it's a good time. See, but
It's a good time.
luckily, luckily for you, that if you accidentally message any of us, we're just gonna be like, we're gonna match that energy. We're gonna be like, all right, we're doing
Yeah.
this. Okay.
As somebody who was legitimately shown a dick pic during a staff meeting because it was from content. We made a waxing video, and I was like, I got the best dick pic ever of all time, and everybody on staff was like, "Well, where is said dick pic?" It was a staff meeting. You're right, Sean. Mm, Gosh, I
The
messed
one
that.
he swears he
But
didn't attend.
yeah, the one he was like, I wasn't a member of that staff meeting. I was like, Sean, you're the one who held that staff meeting. You were the one who called the meeting to order. You were like,
he
no, we all
was
need
the
to
one,
be
he
here.
like, I remember him looking at it and him making like all of these comments, like he looked at, like he studied
He
it, like
commentaried it. Yeah.
he did make commentary, and he's all like, I never saw it. I'm like, dude, you literally like were complimenting it, like you were like
I felt genuinely loved by Sean at that moment where he's just like, dude, your dick pic's awesome. Yeah, I'm really into this. And I know he doesn't like dick, but he's just like, he's giving that big dick energy back. It was from a Ruge's birthday party trip to Texas where we did the Dondero waxing video, which you can find on our YouTube. I highly suggest the waxing of Dondero. But afterwards, I snapped the greatest dick pic of all time.
you did.
It looked fat, it looked hard, and it looked smooth like a baby's bottom. The lighting was good. And I made a comment. I said, guys, because I ran out of the room. Like after it was done, I ran out of the room. And because I was hitting up Tinder while we were in Texas. I was just like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm in Texas. I'm Tindering it up. So I was like, gotta get a dick pic. I'm fully waxed. And sure shit enough, I was like, I did it. Best dick pic. Every member of our staff, male and female, went, well, and except Shep. But Shep saw it because he is in the one group chat.
He did.
He did see it. He will deny it all day long.
It
He
was
saw it.
beautiful. It was beautiful.
Don't be made uncomfortable by sexuality. It was just a peen pic. We've all seen peens. Everybody's got them. Every hand you've ever shake most likely has had a peen in it at one point in time.
Thankfully, the group talks a lot, so things scroll by fast. So I don't catch everything.
Every hand you've ever shook may or may not have had a peen in it. Minutes earlier in some cases.
I'm not okay. I need the don't.
That being said, oh, Rebecca, what are we doing this week?
Hold on, I need a minute. Okay, so tonight, following this amazing porny episode. Oh, I mean corny episode. Is
Damn it, TikTok.
Damn it. This Femboy Freak Out Friday. And it is with our amazing Hope, and that is immediately following this. I think that everybody's playing Evil Dead, right? The new
Yeah, they're doing
Evil
the
Dead
new Evil
coming out.
Dead game.
Awesome. So they're playing that right after this. And then tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central, we have Saturday Shenanigans with our amazing Miko. And then following that, it is at 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central, D&D4D, which is Dungeons and Dragons for Dummies with our great big bear. That is awesome. And then we're not doing anything else on Saturday, right? Sunday.
Nope, that's it
Okay.
on Saturday.
Okay, Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central, it is Waking Up with Nana and Pep Pep, where we talk religious trauma. We don't know what we're doing yet. It's been a long week, so we'll figure it out. We'll find something. And that is Sunday. And then Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, it is Steamy Stories with our amazing Shep. let him turn you on with his amazing voice. And then following that is the BSBN Gaming. And then following BSBN Gaming is our wonderful Zarknor After Dark with our amazing net. And that ends our weekend and goes into Thanksgiving week. Yay! So very
And Thanksgiving
exciting.
week will be crazy because I can tell you right now, there will be no stream on Thursday. There will be no stream on Friday. Well, I mean, though I will not be there. I'm taking the day off. It's my birthday, and I'm not going to be drunk enough. I mean, I'm not going to be sober enough to make content.
It'll be Shepherd and Rebecca
Yay!
night.
You guys could if you get Sean to produce.
Or we could just take a day off.
Yeah, we could just take a day off. It is the holiday weekend. Let us celebrate our birthdays because Sean's birthday is literally the next day.
Mm-hmm. So,
So that said, that's the BSBN, and we've got 5 minutes.
yay!
That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would before we can raid over to Hope. I can yell at Hope. I'll be like, start streaming now.
Yell at Hope.
Yeah, I'll be like, Hope,
Hope.
start streaming. Uh,
Okay, now I gotta go back to this porn parody page.
start your stream. I just yelled at him, just start your stream. So we can raid right over there to him. Missed most
There's a
of the
Ben Health.
stream. Oh, it's okay. Go
There's a
back and
Ben
watch it. This has
Helsing
been a really
parody
fun
porn.
episode. Oh, that covers what we talked about Sunday. That comes out Sunday. The audio podcast. We're talking vampirism. That comes out
Yep.
Sunday. That was actually, you know what? I'm gonna start right now. That's one of our better episodes. That was really good, very in depth look. And we only made like 3 Twilight jokes, and we got them out early
Teen
too.
teen giving head to SpongeBob. No, I what?
Teens giving head to
Okay.
SpongeBob. Are we just all gonna leave this and go watch porn?
Avatar fuck orgy. Okay.
Avatar fuck orgy?
Yes.
You need to post these in our Discord. Join our Discord, and under the Dinks with Kinks tab, Rebecca's just gonna start posting these porn things. Start sharing them in the Discord
That
and the Dinks with Kinks tab.
mm,
Because that's how we did it last time. We did share porn in the Discord.
This is Meg Griffin. It's a cartoon. It's Meg Griffin fucking Homer Simpson.
What? No, get out of here. That is no. Mm-mm. No. I said no. I said no, 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 no. I do want to thank Manscaped for sponsoring this live stream. Seriously, go to Manscaped and check out uh, manscaped.com and use code DWK20 to get 20% off your order. Christmas is right around the corner. Give yourself the gift of fresh balls, clean
Yes.
balls, smooth balls, fantastic balls. Smooth like the day is young. So that
There
said,
is
we are
one.
about to raid over.
This is one called Shark Tank parody. Somebody parody board Shark Tank. I am
What?
so happy right now. Like,
Mm-mm. No, no, no. We have crossed lines. We have strayed too far from God.
okay.
We have strayed way too far from God. And on that note, I am hitting the raid button, and we are heading right over to Hope's channel, where we
Okay.
are going to raid that beautiful bastard and well, raid. There we go.
Raid.
So we're gonna
Raid.
raid him, and we will see you guys next time on Dinks with Kinks Live. Make sure to listen to the audio podcast, give it a rating, subscribe, like, whatever. Tell us how we're doing. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Till next time.
3, 2, 1.